We're live?
We're live.
All right, welcome to Gas Station Cappuccino by Caffeine and Kilos, sponsored by PR Blend, sponsored by Coffee of the Month. What's Trail Mix?
Trail Mix Blend.
Dude, it's funny. So when we go to name the month, we had them picked out ahead of time. We picked out 6 months ahead of time, and then that way we can, kind of be ahead of it and get them named and everything. So we're going through, trying them again for the second time for the naming.
First time individually, too.
First time individually instead of all together, yeah. So we try it and we go, man, it's it's got these like notes of like nutty and then kind of like some dried fruit, a little sweet chocolate in there. And then Dean called it, goes, dude, it's like trail mix. And then after that, every sip I took, all I could think was how this shit tastes like trail mix.
Yeah, but like in a sweet, savory, good way. Not like a weird way.
No, not like a weird...
Doesn't taste like food, but...
Doesn't taste like food, right. But like, you're like, oh yeah, no, like it tastes like kind of like notes of like, oh yeah, some like nuttiness. And then there's like, they really get the fruit on the finish. And you're like, oh yeah, as it cools down, you really taste the fruit more. Mm-hmm. Anyway.
Dried fruits. There's a bug behind you on the ground, Dante.
What kind of bug is that?
Like a cockroach, beetle.
He's still shaking.
Is he?
Mm-hmm.
Pick him up.
No.
But yeah, no, it's up there with one of the better tasting medium roasts I've had in a long while.
It's so good.
In a fortnight.
You checking out that beetle still?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. You didn't pick it up?
No, I'm gonna let him chill.
Eat it.
That's definitely a cockroach.
Yeah.
You should. I'll give you $100 to eat it.
Right now.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
What happened to your pants there, bud?
Ripped them up. Sewed them up.
Yeah. No?
You ripped those?
I got time. I got 30 minutes.
You have 30. All right, sounds good. Yeah, you
USC.
got about 25 minutes. You pop that thing in your mouth, swallow it before this thing's over. It's $100 in your pocket.
Is that the ones that Sam fixed?
Yeah, he passed them up for me.
Even that, you ripped that side too?
No, he just added out little
okay.
extra shit to make it like
Okay.
not as noticeable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty big.
That's tight.
Oh, you ripped that thing right down the crotch, huh?
Yeah, covered it.
How'd you do that?
What were we doing?
Dancing at the club?
Yeah, something with socks on, no shoes, slid out, getting weird late night.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Split the pants.
Split the pants. Dean, you split any pants?
I haven't split any pants, but I've split like a...
The holes in your underwear don't count, I don't think.
No, I've split like a shirt that was obviously too small, like a button up that has like no give.
Just pop the buttons off?
I've split like the back.
Oh, you got those lats.
Yeah, the back I've split before, like going like this, but it was I shouldn't have been wearing it. It was way too tight. And it was a thin, cheaper one. It wasn't like a good one.
I've split a pair of slacks, pair of jeans, and I've split a pair of shorts. Actually, always while dancing.
Yeah, I just tend to just do no athletic move of any kind if I'm wearing like a suit.
Well, sometimes though, it's not planned.
Even then though, because I'm not like this. Not trying to sound weird, but like when I go get a suit, like I'm going all out. Like I'm getting like a Hugo. I'm spending like a couple racks.
Yeah,
and I'm not be dancing in a suit like that.
No, well I'm talking like if you go, like you might be in a situation. Well, see, there weren't always suits though. Like a pair of slacks, they were just like at. Actually, one pair of slacks was at school in the rally, in front of the entire student body.
And at that point, you just kind of send it.
Yeah, well, so it was like a staff dance, and there was like the battle of the sexes. So it was like the girls and the guys. And there's only me and one other guy were the only ones that got suckered into doing the guys' side, the guys' version of it. And so we kind of do a little bit together, and then the girls do a little bit, and then the guys do a little bit. And it's the entire student body and all the staffs in the gym. There's like 2,000 people in this gym. And so it comes a time where it's like the guys' time, right? So it's me and Eric. Well, so he does his little gig. He's like the disciplinarian at school too. He's like the dean. So all of a sudden he hits the floor, starts doing the worm, and kids just fucking lose it because they have no idea this guy's actually like really fun. They think he's just this big stiff,
Mm-hmm.
So then it's my, and we do a little thing with like a little fishing, like he pretends to hook me, reels me in, the whole deal. Now it's my turn, and so I go, so I hit the Russian guy, like full squat out to, yeah. Well, it was my second or third time down into the bottom, hitting the hole pretty hard, and I felt it happen. It's a pop, just completely fell. I knew it, I just blew out the ass of these pants. And like black
kids are just laughing.
And there's a slacks, it was like slacks and butt up. Oh, I thought the roof was going to come up. Dante, were you there for this?
Oh, yeah?
I thought, yeah, there was a lot of commotion. There's a lot of commotion. And let's be clear about this. It wasn't like a little tear, like just under, like just like where my chode is, where you wouldn't really tell. It went all the way up the backside. And I was wearing gray underwear with these black slacks. So everybody knew.
Yeah.
Everybody knew.
At least you weren't going commando.
No. Almost did. No. So then I thought, I go, man, well, this is interesting. What do I do here? Like, should I just like get out of here? It's like, well, now the show must go on. And I can't just leave Eric out here by himself. And so he finished out the whole thing. And then afterwards, and I like look over the principal, see what's up. Like, is this going to be this not good? Or is this, like whatever? Clearly it wasn't on purpose. Anyway, and the best part,
wasn't a public flashing.
He's just cracking up. Yeah, good thing I was wearing underwear. And then afterwards, people are asking me, they're like, hey, did you know that you split your pants?
What do you mean, did I fucking know?
Exactly. Well, who asks that question is someone who's never, like, split their pants. Because you fucking know.
Well, all of a sudden, everything's, loose, and you feel the breeze on your inner leg.
You hit the bottom of a squat, there's no tension.
Yeah.
Things are pretty clear what's going on there. Yeah, and I said, hey, look, if you don't blow the ass out of your pants, you're not dancing hard enough. Pretty simple what's going on there.
There's that.
There's some, at the time, Twitter was the only really social media that was kind of up and going, and
MySpace.
It went viral.
Went viral? So there's a video of this floating around.
Oh, yeah, there's video that's floating around.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that might have been my last year teaching. Maybe I taught one more year. Not because of that. No, I think I did 1 or 2 more years after that.
So it's shame. Couldn't even show your face?
No, it's just, yeah. I was like, oh, that's that. All right, well, I'm out of here.
Well,
see you guys later.
There goes that career.
Yeah.
Can't show my face here again. I'm moving to a different school.
Yeah, so that was fun. And another happened with the Russian guy another time where I was wearing shorts. I was actually in Mexico at a resort, and we're at the Discoteca. And these khaki shorts just blew the ass those things right out. Did not have underwear on underneath that time.
It's so funny because
that time I was
I don't buy jeans or shorts that do not have elastic built in. It's just not an option.
Well,
I buy my Levi 501s. They got elastic.
Little give.
Oh, it's got they make them now where they're like wearing like yoga pants now, but they look and they are jeans still. But yeah, I buy 501 stretch jeans. I have a couple other like all designer denim is usually built in with a stretch.
Right.
And then all my shorts, except for like a couple pairs, are all like like some Nike SB shorts where they're made to be skated in, so they got the flex, or they're like ripstock with some built-in flex. And also like I got like some new Carhartt shorts that have the built-in flex. So it's like if it doesn't have flex, I'm just not buying it.
All of mine now have flex because the ones that didn't.
I just don't like the restriction. It's just,
nobody does.
It just doesn't work for me. If I was skinnier or something, I obviously wouldn't be a problem. But even still, then I would still want the stretch.
Remember at the when we left that wedding reception when bowling and Charlie blew out the ass of his suit that was too small?
Yeah, there was a couple factors with that one. One of the facts being that he shouldn't have been wearing it in the first place.
Well, because he had bought it like 3 months earlier and then went on like this bulking cycle and gained like 30 pounds in like 3 or 4 months and then wanted to wear it because he bought it and had never worn it.
Yeah.
So he wore the too small suit and then he went bowling in it.
Oh, and he like, that was like a hard blowout too. Like, there was like it teetered off into like an L-shaped blowout.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Where it was like a flap was folding over, like it was all.
And
I think it was a nicer suit too, because he was kind of pissed.
Yeah, and he's like,
but I was like, dude, like, what do you expect? You're doing a very athletic movement right now.
No. That's the thing too.
And you could see his hair on his leg because they were so tight through the pant.
It's always funny though when something like that happens is you just like. you go to change and you just take them off and just put them straight in the garbage can. Which just, it's kind of funny because you don't do that very often, right? It's like, sometimes it's like, oh, well, that's that.
I have a hard time.
These go in there. I
have a hard time throwing away like clothes when like yesterday, like I fucking like kind of cut my like Achilles, which is a weird thing. Like scraped it, and it was like my sock was just covered in blood.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh man, I still want to maybe try and save these, and then I was like, what am I doing? Like I have millions of socks.
This is definitely stained.
Like, and maybe it would have came out. Who knows? But I was like, but why? Yeah, so I threw them out. But I almost kept them for some reason. But I have so many fucking socks as a joke.
I feel like that about Holy underwear. Like sometimes go to put
I just do that just to piss off Kelsey.
You get I just don't.
The only reason why I keep my Holy underwear.
I just don't care. Like I'll grab a pair because that's the same underwear. It's just whatever. So I'll grab a pair and like I'll look. There's like a little hole, and I'm just like, nah, fuck it, put them on, right? But then it's like, then that next thing you know, you grab a pair and there's like the hole's a little bigger, and you're like, okay, so at what point do I toss these?
I have a pair.
You gotta get like a nut caught in the hole.
I have a pair of like these Hanes, like Supreme Hanes ones, and on the band, right at the band where the band connects to the cotton, it's ripped.
It's not a hole; it's torn.
No, it's torn, and it's like, and you can see like this much of my like leg.
Yeah.
And I just wear them because Kelsey, every time I wear them, asks me like, "Why do you still have those? Why are you still wearing those?
What's wrong with these?"
I'm like, and I wear it just to spite her, just because that's what you do when.
Well, what's wrong with these? Favorite pair of underwear.
That's just called marriage entertainment.
That's it. Say, hey, look, even with this...
Oh, wait, there's nothing wrong with them. They're still good.
Even with this tear, there's more material here than any underwear you wear. Yeah, so what's the big deal?
It's true. It's true.
You know? That's the way I look at it.
Actually, we have a house rule where she's only allowed to wear, like, silk, oversized granny panties.
That's dope.
Yeah, it's kind of like one of those never nudes situations.
Just go bigger. Bigger!
Was it you that watches the... what's that show? No, Arrested Development. That's not you. You don't watch that.
I've seen. I just don't watch it.
One of the guys on there. I don't watch it like a lot. I never have. But it's like every time I watch, I'm like, man, I should probably start this from like the beginning because this is fucking hilarious. But one of the guys in there is like a never nude, so he always wears shorts like under everything and never is fully naked. He showers in the shorts.
That's right.
One of his brothers. Anyways, that's a real thing.
That's a real thing.
There's a real thing for everything. But
everything's a thing.
But that's interesting. Especially like when you're alone, you always never naked.
No. Yeah, some people. Totally changing gears here, though. I was thinking about the CrossFit Sectionals. What made me think about that?
That's like a 720.
Yeah, well, it's just been, I know, completely changed. So, because these sanctional events, you have to qualify through the sanctionals of the open, right? I feel like people are traveling. It's giving people an excuse to like travel and do these different events. And so it's kind of like a byproduct of it is you get some of these top level athletes.
Get them in the face of the fans international.
Like the Mayhem team went to that China Invitational, whatever. Like,
Noah's in Italy.
Noah's in Italy. Right now there's the Iceland one, whatever, and like Haley's there, that type of thing. Like if you're the Italian Showdown, whatever, you're getting only European people there. Well, now all of a sudden it's qualified for the games. If you're a previous games competitor or whatever, you're trying to punch that ticket. Like you're going wherever there's a competition. You're going to Italy. You're going to China. You're going to Iceland. Like you're just finding an event.
You know what? Yeah, dude, and you're right, 100%. And
it's kind of interesting.
It's definitely interesting, and it's it's kind of weird at the same time too. It's like so, and this is like, and at the end of the day, it's how you look at it. You just be like, well, that's their problem, so like deal with it. But it's like that guy that's like top regional athlete, potential games athlete, doesn't have the big sponsors, works a lot.
Yeah,
how's he just going to pick up?
He's not taking a week off to go to Iceland
to compete for a chance to win, and again at the end of the day, like that's
what's the goal?
Whose problem is that?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you got to look at it like that. If that's not your priority, then like you're probably not going to go to the games then. It's kind of like a nature of the beast kind of situation.
How many games athletes are there do you think have a full-time job?
I would bet it's pretty up there because like they probably have like their own business or they're like a gym owner.
I bet there's okay, let's say this. How many CrossFit Games athletes do you think have a job that is not at a gym?
It's probably pretty small, yeah. Probably a pretty small percentage, yeah.
And then you get the guys who are like first responders. You get some people that are, like in the fire department
Where
or something.
they're getting 4 days off in a row.
Right. So it's like on your 4 day, you can maybe train 3 times a day on the 4 day, and then you're on 48 hours, and you might get in one workout a day, or even one workout over those 48. But then you go off on your 4 day again, you can hammer out, So you get those shift work. Like you get people in shift work who might be able to make it happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, you're punching a clock running TPS reports from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m.
You're mentally drained.
I mean, the time. Like you gotta, look, you're training 4 to 6 hours a day if you're qualifying for the CrossFit Games. Just straight up.
I think that's more possible and achievable with a regular 9 to 5 in a little bit less impact sport like powerlifting, like Tom Callis. Like he's able to, break records and still work full time. But that's a lot different sport. A lot of different skills.
It's a volume thing.
Yeah, there are a lot of different skills you have to master.
Right. And from the volume standpoint, like
he's mastering 3 skills, not 300.
Correct. And as far as that goes, a lot of it's accessory work stuff that's just different, Like what I mean is like you don't most not all, most people at that level, you don't deadlift heavy more than once a week. You don't squat heavy more than once or twice a week, right? Because you got to recover. They take so much out of you. So it's a lot of, sometimes you get some volume days, but it's like, and then the accessory work. The point of what I'm making is it's not a 4 to 6 hours a day thing to touch on all the skills, like you said. Also, like, getting lungs, like building aerobic capacity, fucking takes time.
Yeah.
Like, even if you're doing intervals, you got to have the rest between the intervals.
It's not even just the time also, right? It's also like, it's one of those things where it just doesn't stick around. There's no residual, cardiovascular,
it leaves
to an
extent.
Quick.
It leaves you pretty quick.
Like, you stop doing it, or you're not doing it as much as you should be, like, you're going to feel that.
Well, also, like...
You got to keep it maintenance. You got to keep it up.
Well, think like, how much time do you have to put in, whatever, to say you want to run, you're going to run a 5K. And you need to be able to run a 5K in fucking 18 minutes, right? 19 minutes maybe. Okay. Well, how much time does it take, like training, to get your lungs to be able to do that? Like if you wanna work at a 85% clip for 20 minutes, you got to be used to working at an 85% clip for fucking 20 to 25 minutes, right? Well, like just the time it takes to do that is different than hammering out a fucking set of something. Like if you need to be able to row a marathon, it takes fucking an hour. Over, whatever. So it's like...
I think it was longer than that.
Right, I'm saying, like, yeah, exactly. So you got to, just in training, just that type of stuff, you got to be able to do it for long periods of time.
Yeah, man. I just, this is, armchair quarterback style, but like every once in a while I'll get this strange thought in my head that I want to do a marathon run.
Oh, I'll run a marathon with you.
I mean, like, I'm not trying to commit to anything anytime soon.
Me either.
But like,
I'm glad you said that.
It's like a bucket list task. And I would honestly, like, I would look up a fucking program on how to train for a marathon, your first marathon.
Yeah.
And I would just do that, even if it's a walk-run combo. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to finish it, and that's just, and do what I can.
I want to do one, but I don't want to train for one.
See, I would train for it.
I just want. Well, the thing is too, like you're not doing a lot of CrossFit. You're doing some stuff, but
my conditioning is it's different all the time. I'll do bike. I'll do Stairmaster. I'll do row.
That's the catch with it is. So I'm not in the best shape of my life, whatever. But I mean, I do whatever full on CrossFit workouts three days a week, something like that. And I've done it for a while. Like I'm in decent shape, so I know I could do it. But my feet, that's the catch. If you're not running, your feet just get beat to shit.
Well, your hips, your shins, your calves, like they're not used to running 23 miles.
26.6.
Well,
look, you only got to do it once. One day.
Yeah. I remember Kristen was telling me about...
I don't want to make it sound like... I know it's harder. It's not like just show up and do it. I know I'm kind of sounding like that. But I do feel like I could do one.
Well, yeah, I think I could too, to an extent. Like, I think that I would have to actually train for it, though, because like I've seen and heard testaments of people just doing halves that couldn't even finish, that thought that they were like ready to go, that like did running and did CrossFit stuff and ran, and like they were like, dude, like it was not what I expected.
I had a couple
and
guys.
That kind of scares me.
I had a couple guys from my gym just show up and do a marathon.
A full marathon?
Full marathon a couple weeks ago without any training. I mean, they're doing CrossFit, but no running training.
How much walking was involved?
Well, both of them have run marathons previously.
Oh, okay.
So at least they like knew what to expect. One guy used to do ultras.
I'm talking like first one here.
Yeah.
We're doing ultras, and then okay, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
But I would need to train to some extent for it. To prepare, I think would be my approach. I wouldn't. There's no fucking way. My body's just not ready to handle that. I'm not trying to get fucking rhabdo or get it hurt just to do that.
That'd be dope. Piss Coca-Cola. I think what I'm gonna do is, or what I would do, I should say, is I would just sign up for a half and just run a half, no training, and then go from there. And say, okay, you know what? Like, if I had to turn around and make it back to the start line, would that be doable, or like no fucking way unless I do some running training? Right? They kind of like gauge it. Just show up for a half and then gauge it off that.
I know if I did a half, I would never do a whole.
Oh, I like
so
that. Why would you partially send it?
It's not even that. Honestly, it's not even that, because I still, as much as I think it's like, I mean, you do the whole thing is my mindset, not at all. I'm not gonna lie, but I just know that if I did a half, I would be like, fuck that, because it's gonna suck. It's gonna suck ass.
Yeah.
So like, I just need to do the full thing and just deal with it then.
Yeah.
And deal with the shittiness then. And then never do one again. One time, all the way through 26.2.
Speaking of full sending it, you gotta watch Free Solo.
I know. I just haven't done it.
It's on Hulu.
This is your mic cutting out?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Mine's like doing this weird like. It could be my headphones, but. Can you hear me?
I'm good.
Can you hear me good? There?
Oh yeah, I can hear you fine.
Okay, because I'm getting like this weird bounce back where it sounds like I'm a robot, and it's like going only in one ear and the other is making me kind of dizzy.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's messing with my equilibrium.
We actually we gotta cut it here in just a few minutes. Anything you had in mind you want to discuss a little bit?
Well,
get to?
With this mic or this headset situation, maybe it'd be easier if I just took it off.
So
I don't have to deal with it.
Getting wild.
Yeah, because it's really making me dizzy. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. Talk a little ripping pants.
Ripping pants, marathon. That's it, though. I guess the main thing is it's actually kind of weird talking without the headphones on when you're so used to doing it.
No, I know. That's why when I saw you take them off, that's gonna be interesting.
But it's a lot better than what I'm dealing with under there. Yeah, I would just have to do the full thing.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it there.
There it is. All right. Well, Dante can eat that cockroach. Last chance.
No.
All right. Here we go. Good. All right. Well, this has been Gas Station Cappuccino. We'll talk to you guys soon.
See ya.